Hey folks, BlackCross here, and welcome back to Nier Automata. So last time, how can I put this? 9S went to Tower in amusement park. Then A2 ended up going after it as well. Then 9S ended up killing his own operator. A2 ended up killing another robot. Then 9S regained consciousness, and now we have all keys in order to open up the main one. So if that seems too confusing, I do apologize, but yeah, that's basically what we're doing. So if I had to say, yeah, we're just gonna have to, just press circle. Alrighty. Secondary tower. And then the last one. Which means we should be able to access.
Hello, and thank you for choosing Tower System Services. We apologize for the inconvenience, but locks on each subunit must be deactivated before accessing the main tower.
Did I not?
Have a great day.
Oh, I have to hack each individual one now. What? You gotta be kidding me. I was about to say, how big of a map are we talking? Okay, that wasn't too bad, actually. Now for one more. Then we can get in, right? I hope. Boy, they really don't want me in here, do they?
Congratulations! You've unlocked all of the subunits. That means a special prize is waiting for you inside the tower. We look forward to serving you.
Special prize, it says. I ain't dumb. It ain't gonna be a surprise that I'm wanting. Whoa.
Alert. Enemy caution level rising. Cause is most likely concerned over Unit 9S gaining access to tower.
Out of my way! Damn it! They won't stop coming!
Alert. Allied signal detected.
Allies?
What the?
Wait, you?
9S, we've been expecting you.
What are you doing? Huh?
The two of us will take things from here. You need to open the door to the tower.
I'll take it.
Opala? What are you doing here?
Remember your promise?
What are you talking about?
Come on, 9S. Hack in while you can.
None of this makes any sense!
We'll explain everything once we're inside.
You just keep them preoccupied, pretties. This thing certainly knows how to take forever!
We've got this, 9S. You just focus on hacking.
Finally! No timer, huh? So question, how big is it? I think I'm about to get my answer. Well, they really didn't want me in here, did they? Uh-oh.
What's this barrier?
Analysis. It is part of a closed defensive system.
Well, how do I break it down?
Hypothesis. Unit 9S could permit the self-consciousness data to lose control. The resulting energy surge has an acceptable probability of temporarily paralyzing the barrier.
That's almost as bad as not going in at all!
This is not good.
What happened?
It's the barrier.
Popola!
No, don't! You can't do anything! The wall's got a self-closing
Enough!
algorithm!
Devil and I, we have to atone for our sins no matter what!
But if you do that, your circuits will...
Devil! Right.
Devila!
I hope you don't regret this.
We're getting somewhere, but still not looking good. Let me guess. Alert. Data record discovered for units Dovla and Pobla. Do you wish to open this data now? Yeah, go ahead and open it. A dusty wind kisses my cheeks. Buried in sand, we press forward one step at a time. We have nowhere else to go, after all. Because our models, the Dobla and Pobla models, are defective. Transitions in the Project Italy phase. When first we woke, there were still people. They had flesh, egos, emotions, souls, and they issue us a single order. Function as observers of Project Gestalt. This is the sole mission of the twin Dovla and Pobla models. It is the only reason we exist after all. We were the latest model, though many companies shared our appearances. There were a sparkle in all of our eyes, a sense of pride at having been entrusted with humanity's future. And yes, there was access as well. But we exist as a pair. We share destinies, burdened as a pair. And because of that, all hesitation was swept away. Each pair was given their own city as observers' heirs. We were ordered to guide the replicates with our own hands. all for the sake of the promised time that would one day arrive. We were the only ones who could handle such a duty. We were Cerberus, after all. Ah, watch out! Double struggles and falls in the soft yet unforgiving sand. I hurry to her side and sigh with relief when I find she's not seriously hurt. Are you alright? Sorry, sis. Guess I spaced out there for a bit. She smiled, the same weary smile I know so well, as she rubs absently at her leg. It is wrapped in a white bandage. Your bandage is coming undone. Here, let me change it. It's alright, Pablo. Come on, we have to go before we lose the light. We won't be going anywhere if sand gets into that thing. Now quit wiggling and hold still. I'll be quick. Davila grunts and turns away. I take it as Constance. Soon we are resting in the shade of the nearby rock as I pull the bandage free. Artificial skin, torn and blooded, peeks out from beneath the bandage. Judging by Davila current lack of abnormal control, I imagine the circuitry underneath has been damaged as well. Taking a deep breath, let's see. As suspected, writing in the nervous circuitry has been damaged. Replacing it will require new connectors as well as some tools, none of which is easy to find in the desert. Sorry about this, sis, muttered Davila. That weary smile again. It kills me every time. Don't you dare apologize, I respond. You've done nothing wrong. I calmly change the bandage, trying not to let my worries show. I make it as tight as possible so no sand can slip inside. It's all I can do until I get to the proper materials. But that's going to be a tall order, considering our current condition. I'm sorry, sister. Okay, now you're apologizing. We both apologize while insisting the other apologize isn't necessary. It's kind of funny in a way, such a trivial change under such circumstances. We laugh together. The sound echoed out across the desert before being stolen by the cold evening wind. Regarding the increasing, there has to be some way to prevent replace. Davila's sharp voice echoes through our private quarters. You must be quiet, sister. The replicas will hear. Pfft, they wouldn't understand even if they did. That might be true, but regardless. Annoyed at my hesitation, Davila crossed her legs and scowls. The black scrawl took another victim, she said. There's 3 this month. It's spreading way too fast. Let's wait and see what happens. I'm tired of hearing you say that. Her shout makes me jump, just a little, but enough for her to notice. Seeing that, her eyes suddenly open wide. I'm sorry, sis. It's not your fault. I shouldn't have lashed out like that. It's okay. I understand. It's all going wrong. You can feel it too, right? When I was first assigned to Project Gestalt, I was over the moon with pride. But now my chest hurts just to think about it if it were to fall. Before we knew it, the replicas had gained a sense of self and the black scrawl started raging out of control. It moved fast. So fast, like a wind. Pablo and I were would go to the observation room and act like it was all okay. We talked to the replicants as if we didn't have a care in the world. But at night, we just hold each other and share the horror of it all. I'm glad you were with me, muttered Pablo. I couldn't have handled being an observer all alone. We were able to endure because we had each other, I replied softly. Did the humans see this coming? Is that why they made a twin model? Were they really so clever? Were they really so cruel? I couldn't have done this by myself. I would have deceased into madness. I simply couldn't bear such a burden all alone. When I get the chance, I'm going to try connecting another city, she said. Maybe these abnormalities are a localized phenomenon. I pray that the case, I replied. Even if we're of no use ourselves, things will still work out if the other observers can pull through. Don't worry. It's going to be okay. But it wasn't okay. Nothing was okay. All thanks to the pair of Diploa and Pablo models from another town. The wind rubs my cheeks. The sand gazes my skin. It's grown cold out here. We walked with renewed purpose, hoping to make up for lost time. Davila loses her balance. Every now and then, it gets bad after a while. I slipped myself under her arm so she wouldn't fall again, and we pressed on. Is your leg alright? Well, I doubt I'll be dancing anytime soon, but yeah, it's fine. She smiles as she says this, but I can tell she doesn't have much left, and yet she continues to smile. Also, I don't worry. I remember when our residence ally injured her leg. I was furious beyond fury. I wanted to scream and cry and lose myself in it, but then she smiled, and all of that rage just drifted away. To think we had the same face, yet such different smiles. One day, I realized how she reminded me of the martyrs. It seemed in old records. That was the day we decided to leave our town forever. Our role as observers ended on the day Project Gestalt collapses, all due to the action of Diplova and Pablo models from another town. With the original Gestalt lost, humanity was doomed to an infinite extinction. Knowing this, we gathered what remaining replicas data we could find and launched it to the surface of the moon. And through success was as unlikely as finding a lost sand grain in the desert. We still had to attempt it. We still had to try. We were androids, you see. Protecting humanity was our instinct. Other androids, beholden to that same instinct, began to direct their hate at the Diplo and Pablo models who snuffed out humanity. It started small, a few offhand remarks, an occasional glance. But even the smallest thing we weigh, and with enough of them combined, that weight eventually become a boulder. Emotions boil over. Remarks become cheer, and soon enough, my sister and I were the perfect target for precision. At first, we simply accepted the fact that our friends turned on us. It was almost unavoidable, I suppose. We were servers for Project Gestalt, after all. And while we didn't cause it to fall, the people who did, well, they looked just like us. So we attempted. We took the resentment and scorn. We endured. Because as crazy as it sounds, I think we actually felt responsible. We moved from town to town in an effort to avoid persecution, but in one such town, my seemingly infinite practice finally broke. My sister, Devila, met with an unprovoked violence at the hands of a resistant member. She said something in response to his taunts. Something quiet. And though her words were I have no idea what that word is. He slammed her leg nearly in two. My visions narrowed. Everything went red. Then, she smiled at me. "It's okay, sis. There's nothing we can do." But it was too late. My emotions were no longer in my control. I'm simply not strong enough to stand aside and let the most important person in the world come to harm. Devila and I left the town that same day. Violence like that won't stop. It was going to happen again. And it wouldn't be coming from just one person. So rather than let them kill us, we ran. I guess it was the greater resistance I could muster. We lose the sun as dark clouds gathered overhead. We continue our march. A cold wind blasted us, stealing what little body heat we have left. I smell rain in the air. We continue our march. Sometimes we hear animals howling in the distance. It makes us flinch every time. Because we continue our march. Because even this is better than suffering at the hands of our fellow androids. Why must we suffer this precision? I know we're the same model as the androids who doomed humanity, so I understand that part. At least a little, anyway. But at the same time, we're not them. We're not them. We're not the same. We are who we are, and that Devila and were who they were. That's how I felt when I saw Devila being hurt. I wanted to shout it at everyone. I wanted to scream. As far as I'm concerned, there's only one Devila. And for her, there's only me. No one can take the other place. Rain falls from the sky. It simulates our situation nerves as cold needles. We need maintenance badly, but that's a pipe dream, I suppose. No android would dare help a pair of outcasts like us. Are you cold, Devila? I'm alright, as long as you're with me, sis. I feel the same. We press our bodies together to try to retain heat. It's cold now, much worse than the simmering heat of midday. But we just smiled at each other and kept pressing on. There's another camp on the other side of the desert. A new camp. If we can just get there, I can finally fix Devila's leg. And yet I wonder if there's anywhere on this planet that will take us. Hey, what's wrong? It's nothing. Don't worry about it. I do what I can to suppress the anxiety in my chest and keep walking. The rain grows worse. It lashes at us without pause. Is this our punishment? I reach out and... As long as we have bodies to support one another, as long as I have someone with whom to share my fate, then I will press on, no matter what happens to me, because I won't ever stop protecting her. I won't stop. No one stops. For that is the fate we twin androids have been assigned. The failure to manage the area result in the collapse of the Gestalt system, which led to the declination of the human race. Due to the discovery of this instability, the twin system was removed from future android production designs. Following the incident, the Devila and Pablo models were not dismantled. However, in order to prevent further unexpected behavior, they underwent a memory wipe. Furthermore, they were reprogrammed to generate constant feeling of guilt.
That is all that remains from their personal record during the era in which they were referred to as administrators.
I see.
Query: why do the androids Devila and Popola seem to prefer death over surviving alone? There was a very high probability that at least one could have escaped.
I hope you never have to understand.
Affirmative.
Okay, so...
Why does this tower possess an entrance at all? All material transport takes place via aerial vehicles. It is irrational for an infiltration route to be so easily accessible. Hypothesis: entrance is a trap.
I can see that now.
Care. I just have to kill them all.
I don't know where we're at, but this is gonna get weird. It kind of reminds me of the, of that town where Adam was. Uh-oh.
Corrupted Yorha units.
That was easy. Guess I gotta be careful. What's in this chest? Project Gestalt? Huh. Okay.
And thank you for choosing Tower System Services. We're so pleased you've chosen to visit the tower today. Don't forget about the special prize for the guest who unlocks the last subunit in the room just ahead. You're going to love it.
That's a lot more clearer.
I'm gonna kill you.
Something tells me that I think I know who's behind it. I said I think. Because it's a female's voice. I mean, I'm not suggesting anything, but I'm just saying there's only two possibilities. Either it's a Yorha unit, or it's the twins. Because they said that multiple of them was made, but some of them went defect on them. Are we sure that it's defect? Or did they turn betray? Whoa. Oh no 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 don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that to me. Oh no.
I'm glad I got to see you here. I truly am. I'll tear you apart. Every last one of you!
Oh, yep, he's lost his mind.
To be! Don't worry, I'm going to kill you now!
Yeah, he's lost his mind.
Alert. Enemies detected.
Oh, they still got their self-destruct sequence in. That's not good.
Alert. The structure known as the tower has opened its gate.
Let's check it out.
Well, the good news is that we're now A2. And we're going to be heading for the tower. But before we do head for the tower, I'm going to save. If I can get there, that is. There it is. Alright then. Seems like deja vu, doesn't it? Oh well. Either way though, I will see you in the next video where we will be entering the tower with A2. And hopefully this ends good. Holy crap, is this going out of control. But I will see you in the next one. Take care, guys.